Hey everyone, in this video we will be discussing DHCP without relay agent. Before we start, let's understand about DHCP. DHCP stands for Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. Is a service that automatically gives an IP address to devices in a network. Without DHCP, we would manually assign IPs to every device, which is time consuming. Next, what will be our network topology? Our network topology will consist of a router that will act as DHCP server. Next, we will have one switch that will connect PCs to the router. Next, we will have two PCs that will receive IPs automatically from the router. Our task is to configure router as DHCP server that will assign PCs IP automatically. Moving on next, let's open GNS3 and create a new project. File, new blank project. We have created a new project. Let's check it. Next, we have to add devices. As we have discussed, we will add one router, one switch, and two PCs. Next, we have to connect these devices. Okay, so our devices are connected. Like, click on this button, it will start all the devices. Let me write down the network or IP address that we will be assigning to this port. Next, we have to assign IPs. Go to router, right click and select custom console. Port is selected, click OK. Here you have to type configure. Next, we will write interface, fast, Ethernet 0x0. We will assign IP. This 192 is the router's IP, also called as a default gateway, and the 255 is a subnet mask. It tells devices that only IP with 192.168.1 something belong to this network. Next, we will write now shutdown. So yeah, this is done. Next, we have to configure the router as a DHCP server. Okay, so we are in configure terminal. We have to write IP DHCP excluded address. So what does this command do is, this prevents DHCP from assigning IPs from point 1 to point 10. It is useful for reserving addresses like servers, for servers. Next, we will create a DHCP pool and define our network. For that, we will write IP DHCP pool, name whatever you want. I will write my network. Next, we will write the network. Next command is default router. The network command, here it is. It defines the range. The default router tells PCs to use 192.168.1.1 as the gateway, and DNS-server assigns Google DNS to clients. So yes, we are done with configuring our DHCP server. Let's mark it done. We have assign IP addresses. Next, we have configure router as a DHCP server. Next, we have to configure PCs to use DHCP. So on PC1, custom console, okay. You have to write IP DHCP. Click enter. This command makes the PC request an IP from DHCP. In case you don't know about these commands like gateway, DNS server, the DORA, I have already a video on this terms, this basic terms. It is around about 3 minutes. So watch that video to get a better hold on these terms. So as you can see, the PC1 has requested DHCP for IP. Next, we will write the same command on PC2. On PC2, write IP. So this is also done. Next, we have to verify DHCP assignments. For that, we will go on router 1. We have already a console. Okay, right, show IP. You can see that this one and this one is assigned to PCs. Next, let's check if these are assigned to PCs or not. For that, we will go on PC1, right show. You can see that we have assigned this PC IP address. This one and this one is same. To verify for PC2, we will go and write a command show. It is 192.168.1. Let's move on to next step, which is testing connectivity. We will go on PC1, write ping. So we are receiving data. Same with PC2, right? We are receiving. We try to ping PC1 and PC2 with router 1. Now let's try to ping PC1 with PC2 and see what happens. We are receiving bytes from PC2. Now let's try on PC2. We are receiving bytes from PC1. DHCP is working properly. And that's it. We have successfully configured our DHCP server in GNS3. Now your PCs can get IPs automatically and no manual setup is required.